Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about TikTok, but in a different way because we are not going to be talking about silly trends, concerning trends. Well, I guess you could say being with a minor is a trend that pedophiles are on, but this is not like the usual TikTok trends, let's just put it that way. So if you've been on social media the past few days, you might have seen it. There was this tweet that went pretty viral of a girl, Zoe Laverne, who's a 19-year-old TikToker that has about 20 million followers on TikTok. There was a video of her and a young boy called Connor Joyce who was 13, and the video is of them kissing. I don't feel comfortable showing that. I didn't even feel comfortable seeing that. Saw it before I understood what I was looking at on Twitter. Anyway, it's confirmed that she was kissing him, so there's no need to see it. The young boy, Connor Joyce, is 13. She's 19. Do you see the issue we have here? Now, she went on to an Instagram live and was essentially trying to explain herself, but really she only made things worse because it was a mixture of her apologizing profusely, but then kind of backtracking, being like, well, everyone makes mistakes, and just kind of saying things that were just not relevant to the topic, because it's not like you slip and fall into a quote-unquote relationship with a 13-year-old. That doesn't just occur. You make multiple choices. You decided to even film yourselves kissing, which I'm like, to me that shows that it wasn't just, oh, oops, I didn't know. 19-year-olds are not supposed to be with 13-year-olds. Who knew? I'm gonna put in parts of that live. One of the videos I found that was the shortest one was 7 minutes. I'm gonna just chop up the important pieces and put them in. I will link the longer video down below if you wanna watch the whole thing, but I don't think we need 7 minutes of someone dilly-dallying around the fact that they effectively were in a relationship with, quote-unquote, because consent isn't there, so it's not even possible to call it a relationship. Well, rather than a relationship as she calls it, it's really grooming. So I'll just show you the clip here.
It bothers me still to this day, and I'm really sorry again, and I know that no matter what I say, people are going to continue to talk down on me and make me out to be this person that I'm not, but I am sorry, and I mean that, and I realize that I'm not always making the best decisions. It's just really harder now, and I don't mean to, I don't want you guys to think that I'm just making excuses, because no excuse in the world can justify my actions and what I've done, but I am sorry again, and I will continue to say that for the rest of the time that I'm on social media. I wasn't in the right state of mind. I was going through a lot, and I really just wanted to find happiness, and I really just wanted to be happy, and Connor was my best friend, still is, even though we can't talk. He's still my best friend, and he made me happy in many different ways, and I made him happy in many different ways. We both were really close and caught feelings, and we didn't really understand what was going on. And even though people will say well, you're old enough to realize it's wrong, I just wanted to be happy. A lot of influencers are bashing me for it, and that's okay. You guys have every right to. It's just hard to be put on a platform and make people happy every day and try not to mess up. A lot of people are coming after me as I replied to a comment on TikTok saying you can't go to jail for kissing someone, and that's true. I did my research, and I've just been trying to smile through it because I made a lot of people upset. You can't really, when your heart's telling you something, it just happens. People make mistakes. People make choices that aren't always the best, but we learn from them, and that's how we move on with our lives. I'm going to therapy for it. I'm going to therapy for a lot of things.
So what I find honestly most egregious is that she went on the live, like I showed you, apologized, said it was wrong, said she's always gonna apologize for it, but then she went on to make a series of TikToks that kind of belittle everything she said. There's one TikTok that kind of mirrored something that she said on her live where she was apologizing, where she's like, oh, I get canceled every week, which I'm like, I don't really think being held accountable for grooming a minor is being canceled, because the connotation of being canceled a lot of the times is that it's ridiculous or out of proportion, whereas here it's like, this is actually serious. This is not you being canceled. This is you having to face the consequences of your actions. This is you, a person who has almost 20 million followers, deciding to be in a grooming relationship with a 13-year-old who you claim is your best friend, and people are saying it's fucked up, inappropriate, what have you. So the cancel thing. Anyway, so she essentially said in her live that she's canceled all the time and she'll survive this, an irresponsible and just immature way to deal with this. But then she goes on to kind of make fun of the situation on TikTok, where she posts a TikTok dancing around to Where Is the Love by the Black Eyed Peas. I'm gonna have to censor the music. And she's like, when you get canceled every week or something along those lines. I'll insert it here. So on top of that TikTok, which already I think shows her true feelings about everything that's occurring, she then posts another TikTok that a fan of hers, I'm assuming, made. She duetted with it, and it was saying something along the lines of, let's make Zoe haters uncomfortable, and they just pretty much put a compilation of pictures of her. It's not being a hater telling you that you're doing something you shouldn't be doing, telling you that you're taking advantage of a child. That is not being a hater. Ask the police, ask pedophiles in jail. They probably think it's hating too, but it's not hating. It's just surreal to me how it's all being treated like everyone is being crazy and just hating on Zoe. And it's like, I don't understand truly. I'll insert that TikTok here. So then she went on another live with her mother, and she was like crying in the live stream. She was just looking disheveled and like, she wasn't looking like she was planning to go live, but it's essentially her crying and her mom saying that it's okay. And I'm like, it's not okay, and it's fine to want to comfort your child even though they made a mistake. But why does this have to be on live? Like, why are you trying to manipulate her probably young fans, realistically, into thinking that this is smaller than what it is, or that other people like myself are blowing it out of proportion? I don't know if they were just going for pity. That's a theme that I'm seeing a lot in her lives, where she'll be very apologetic and want to garner any kind of pathos you can muster up and just like feel bad for her because she's in such a shit position and she's getting so much hate. But then she'll post shit on TikTok that's just completely going in the opposite direction of that, where it's just kind of like, I can't be canceled, or I'll survive, or like it's not that big of a deal. It just rubs me the wrong way because it doesn't seem like she actually understands what the issue was.
Don't cry. It's okay.
Shut it off.
She wants to say hi to her fans. Say hi to them, Zoe.
Hi guys.
And don't believe everything you hear.
And even in her own first apology live, she said that her and Connor are still best friends, though they can't talk anymore, which I don't know if that's legal or if Connor's parents cut off any communication with her. But nonetheless, I'm like, if you can't talk to your best friend because of, you know, whoever put this barrier between them, whether it's the law or the parents, does that not make you stop dead in your tracks and think, I can't talk to my best friend, so is this maybe bigger than just a little mistake? And aside from that, I'm sorry, but we need to talk about the elephant in the room. What business does a 19-year-old have being best friends with a 13-year-old? At 19, you could be at your first or even second year in university, depending. In 13, you're either still an 8th grade or entering high school. Like, just to internalize that difference. He was whole ass born in 2007. 2007. I just don't know what to say. Like, I don't understand why there's a best friendship there. I don't understand what you can relate on with a 13-year-old when you're 19. I mean, when I was 19, I don't think I had any friends under the age of 17, mainly because the people that I was in class with went from essentially 17 to 19. So I don't understand. I just cannot relate. So I don't know what's up with that, but clearly I think she also needs to better evaluate who she should and shouldn't be friends with, because if this is what happens when she's best friends with someone, she can't be best friends with minors. That's all there is to it. Anyways, guys, you can let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know if you think that she's actually apologetic about it, or if she's, you know, just saying it because essentially she was caught, which is where I'm at the moment. But I guess we'll see what happens going forth. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always. Let's get right into the